also can polymorph a Yone or a Callista in a team fight and render them relatively useless.
Or even a Sejuani that overextends, you know? Pyosik can drop up there.
That ends up being a really positive result for Dplus, even though Smash had to flash.
Shu, okay, the Harpoon's gonna miss. The flash on in is not going to be enough, so Shu just kind of laughs at him and runs away. Career is gonna get hands shook, and a 3-man root comes in from Smash now as Pyosik. Yeah, the flash after the fact always feels bad. That's first blood given over to Smash already.
Rise rotation up to the top lane.
Yeah, this is the faker. And they're gonna just go for it under the turret, looking for the knockback, and there it is. Equalizer comes down, no flash available, as he used it to try to take down Siwoo earlier. The burn is there, but it's not enough. And that's how you punish a guy.
Outside of his realm warp, which I don't think he cares. He got value out of it.
Oh, Career definitely going down here, no flash on him, and even though Pyosik is not level 6, it's still a very nice gank, because they're looking for more. We got a Jarvan coming on up, the bailout is there, and deokdam has nowhere to go. He just, or rather, Smash has nowhere to go. deokdam picks up the double kill, and all of a sudden, DNS turning it around in the bottom lane.
Smash may have mind control, and it's the culture.
Yeah, it's all about the culture as well. As, you know, Rise Group, Fries Group.
No, that's not good for anybody.
I just thought maybe I'd bring it up. You know, I know we don't like to talk about it, but Ocean Soul does exist. Lucid going in. He's up a level. Pyosik kind of half health, and now deokdam. They're just going to go all in onto Lucid, it looks like, and try to play around that. Massive value on the wild growth, but again, no real follow-up. deokdam, very awkward spot for him. No ults. They're just going to have to go forward. That's what this comp does, and now ShowMaker has to flash the wall as the pressure is there. And DNS actually make a good play down on the bottom side.
Yeah, ends up being
all that.
You know, this is a pretty awkward spot for Dplus, so they're a little bit out of time, and I think this might just be the double. However,
just walk forward and press D. Outplayed DNS. So we do have the Moonlight Vigil coming through. It just hits the Sejuani.
Jarvan,
it's Ocean Soul.
Yeah, well, so at least they feel better about to start up this Herald, and because they have Callista as a secondary smite here, I think it's just a no-go. Although Lucid has stolen objectives before.
TP is a bit late. I mean, you're not really going to be able to do much. Double knockup comes in. The Sejuani ult gets some good value on top of the equalizer. Lucid again the target for this DNS squad. They're not getting onto the important ones, and now Peter getting pretty low. DuDu behind enemy lines. Peter is just going to have to flash the wall. In goes Lucid trying to punish this one. The realm warp as well, and deokdam goes down to the auto of Career. And so they got the Rift Herald, but 2 kills to go
pretty
to
good for them too, because it is Ocean Soul, as we've talked about quite a bit, and I think this is the one way in for DNS. So if they just look at this and they go, that's a lot of vision that we don't have. I don't really like that. I'm just going to say no. Feels pretty good. She was going top lane. He doesn't have teleport, so it was like Dplus are pretending like they're going to contest, but are actually just going to chill, which might be correct.
Yeah.
They're going to wait for an opportunity because Lucid is still Jarvan.
I don't trust the majority of our teams to make complicated macro calls, to be completely frank, because sometimes they will just fight.
For the last chance for a team fight, Dplus like, nah, I don't really want to lose, so.
Trying to go all out on a DuDu under the turret, but now we have a Rise on the way, and that turret is not very long for this world. DuDu trying to hold on to his turret. As you see that DNS are trying to get something in mid lane for this. DuDu is buying quite a lot of time, but he will not live. Doesn't look like he'll be taking out Siwoo either, so down he goes to ShowMaker, but DNS did get the mid-tier 1.
It was a good decisive call to push for the turret there, and DuDu does have teleport, so he'll be back on the map right away.
Yeah?
Okay, deokdam, hold on. He says, actually, they could be played through the early spring.
Eventually. Eventually. As Engage Renata strikes again, and now Pyosik is coming on up here. And she will go down, and that is a shutdown for deokdam. Actually a nice, healthy amount of gold, and DuDu can come in here and clear this wave.
Doesn't this feel kind of familiar, though, to last game, where we spend everyone to kill someone who takes forever to die, and then Dplus get all the turrets on the other side of the map?
Yeah, I do remember that happening. Just going to ult in as Clozer, doing an insane amount of damage, takes out Smash, who just neglects the ability for Clozer to do that.
And maybe a Baron?
Yeah, it's going to try to go for a singular Ocean Drake. sometimes can be the bane of many a team here in the LCK.
DuDu's angle.
DuDu's got a fantastic equalizer and a catch! Once again, he gets smashed, but this time Smash lives for a very long period of time. He's extremely low. deokdam wants to take him out, and the bailout does not get the value, but Smash is out of the fight. This K'Sante doing quite a lot of work, though, on the right side. DuDu, full health, though, and it looks like Dplus KIA will have to back away from this one. As maybe DNS just get the dragon after all of that crazy chaos.
Chaos, a near dominant fight for the side of DNS. It's a trade down in kills. But watch it again.
Son.
While Growth comes out, cleanses out, he flashes, kites back, 33 there, heals up a little bit, and he's like, you can't reach, has his caliber out.
Yeah. Trying to make a play here on a deokdam. Renata Glass is there, looking for the bailout, not going to get it. Wild Growth too good. DuDu in a lot of trouble himself, goes golden, but eventually will die. ShowMaker picks up the kill. And just like that, Dplus KIA back in control. They lost the Drake, but it's individual Ocean Drakes. They're fine.
This Baron is, or was, quite a weak one. It's a, Callisto picks up Terminus third, which I think does make a lot of sense, but it means that she doesn't have any survivability. Cannot actually live through the big burst damage when caught in situations like that. And visor button on cooldown. And I think this game, that might have been the moment for Dplus to just completely deny any sort of comeback for DNS. They got the steal away on those last few plays and sides and on the Baron, but now DuDu, let's see.
When have we seen this before? They have been punishing this Rumble so much. First pick Rumble, not getting
Smash is going to be able to use this to hold up.
All right, Peter kind of frontlining, and DuDu might just be the guy who gets punished for it as the Realm Warp gets everybody on top of this. Even the knock-up into the Wild Growth, and the front line of DNS is just getting shredded already.
And then Callista needs to have control over objectives, needs to have a massive lead to do anything here. Like, it's like, okay, we lost our Rumble, he did a little bit of damage. What can we do to stop Baron? In truth, the best way, the best damage you can get is that Renata ultimate, having them hit each other for a second. And you don't want to waste that, by the way, that was a trick. And going for the Hail Mary Ocean Soul play as a response is what they're looking for.
Oh, okay, they're gonna catch Lucid here. He doesn't really have a health bar. I'm surprised the Clozer didn't try to ult that, but maybe he would just waste it and then get flashed away from. Callista on the objective, and Lucid can't really get in. It's going to go down to the side of Pyosik. We got TP coming in here as well. Pyosik in the front line.
Cleanse out from Smash. He did absorb that ultimate from Pyosik. And man, Dplus, that was pretty risky. I'm gonna try to go for the fight there as Lucid.
You can get some decent value there, but we'll have to wait and see. Rival Baron power play does come in. Oh, he's gonna catch him once again, but this time the Wild Growth comes in and he just dies. Meanwhile, Career also elects to just die.
He has the hero play.
Wild Growth,
he'll sacrifice himself.
Okay. Did his job, I suppose. A lot of pressure in that he's kind of the free food in this game, so.
He needs to buy time because on the other side of the map, back to relevance in this upcoming fight.
Maybe he can get the Gromp? Like, they're not going to give it to him. That was so close to Smash, who has Cleanse and McHale's. But still, looking for Smash, and Clozer is going to hit it, but again, eventually, the Wild Growth comes in, the follow-up is not there. The Cataclysm actually making a lot of room as deokdam is frontlining, doing a good job. Siwoo very separated from the team. He is going to find deokdam here, but deokdam just flashes away, and the front line, though, of DNS is gone as DuDu goes in, gets actually a lot of value, but with deokdam off of the game, it just means that they have enough, and Smash, he got away from so many of the threats, and he will survive until the very end of this fight. Picks up the triple kill, 15,000 damage in the fight.
15,000 damage in a single team fight. Level 18, 11, 2, and 3.
Expiration date acquired.
Yeah. He knows how to read the back of that milk carton. Didn't panic cleanse Pyosik's ultimate. Didn't mess up anything. And even though the Yone ultimate found the angle, Career was ready to press R. We talked about the Lulu value long ago in draft. And Career, he certainly made good use of it. He did not have the greatest Wild Growth on Jarvan.